one of the things that I did, Brad, and in writing this book, it wasn't for the money or for the to really make something out of that book. It wasn't for the attention or the money, but it was to inspire. And by the way, I'm actually going back to my how childhood elementary school, and I already made contact with the folks there, and I'm going there to talk to the children because where the school that I went to, it was very low income and still is. It's on the other side of the tracks, and they don't really see or have that much of a future there, or they're really not inspired. So going back and talking to these children and the kids, and not only that, my teacher, I already contacted her, who was my first grade teacher and my fifth grade teacher. They agreed to be there present when I go back. And I also have them in my book. And the teacher used to give me her hand-me-downs from her son that was about my age. And we both played football. So there's a lot of history and a lot of stories there, but it resonates with a lot of those children out there. So I'm going back, not for the money, because there's no pay here, or for the book. It's to inspire. And if I can help one children or one kid be what they want to be, because back in the day when you and I were kids and we were in elementary school, man, the teacher would say, hey, you can be whatever you want to be. You can do whatever you want. Well, I didn't get that. I didn't understand that. Now looking back, I'm like, now I understand what she meant. Now I know what she was trying to do, but they don't know how to inspire. I lived it. I transformed myself, and this book is transforming so I can help teach the youth and young entrepreneurs out there that there is a way, man. Listen, like I said, I come from no education or anything, but there is a way that you can definitely help. And that's what it's about. It's about helping and giving. I've been blessed. God's blessed me tremendously, brother. So it's about, the pathway that I live here for a purpose. And I've asked my leader, which is my God, right? He's my boss. I'm like, what's my purpose of life being here? Okay. I've done very well. I'm very successful in my company. I've had it for 22 years now. What is it should I do? And I think my calling is a little different now. And I'm not doing it for anything other than self-serve my God and help inspire the future, because the kids are our future, man.
Well, that's a fact. I mean, literally. So do you think there's any hope for the future?
Absolutely.
With the way it's going?
Well, listen, at the end of the day, it starts at home, man. These freaking parents, it starts at home. I believe that if the parents teach the children the right way and the ethics, I mean, there's a lot of crap going on there. There's a lot of drugs. There's a lot of distractions, right? I believe it all starts at home. You can't have excuse my language, you can't have a teacher kid. I mean, they're there most of the day, right? Everything starts at home. Now, if you need to school home your kids, do something about it. Don't go out there and complain that your kids are and causing problems, because that's a direct reflection of the parent. Personally, that's how I feel about it.
See, I used to disagree with that, but now that I'm older, I agree with it. Because your kids are a reflection of you.
100%.
And I used to say that, but it's true. And it might be the parents' own deficiencies, meaning they don't know any better either. And that's what's crazy, is because, a lot of parents just tell their kids, you need to listen to me. And what they don't realize, dude, is they're literally screwing up their kids' future by being too soft, by not ultimately putting them in tough situations. Because and they're innocent, is what I say. They're innocent. They love their kids. They want their kids to have an easier time than they did. But at the end of the day, dude, you got to give them a little bit of hard love. You know what I mean? Like my kids, a lot of times, I bought them cars, but I didn't buy them the cars they wanted, and then I made them work. I make them still work. And they're full grown adults, and they're wondering, when am I going to die? And give them my money. But at the end of the day, it's because and when I die, I will give it to them. Are you one of those, or are you one of those that say when you die, your money goes to charity and your kids have to fight for themselves?
No, it'll definitely be with the family. And I've worked my ass too hard just to give it away like that. But funny that you're mentioning something about kids, man. So I was having breakfast with some of my colleagues in my industry, right, in merchant services. And they said, hey, Moses, man, my kids are just waiters. They're just waiting, they're waiting. And I thought they were like servers at a restaurant. I'm like, what do you mean waiting? He goes, no, they're waiting till I die so they can take my money. I'm like, I started laughing. I mean, it's not a funny situation, but he was being serious. So listen, at the end of the day.
Well, then you already ruined them.
Obviously, you know. So I believe in I believe in structure, man. So there has to be structure, like you said earlier. Like, listen, okay, and I think the key word, Brad, is earn. Let them. They need to earn their stuff. They need to earn it. Teach them the right way. That's my belief, man.
Yeah, and not let them be annoying and bratty and ungrateful